How's it going, everyone? It's Pat the Dentist here again, and I've been getting a lot of questions about taking a gap year before starting dental school, and if that's a good idea or a bad idea. So I kind of wanted to dive into that a little bit and kind of debunk some of the myths, or just kind of help put a lot of you at ease if taking a gap year is something that you wanted to do. So for myself, I actually did take a gap year. I had 5 years of undergrad. So reason being was I double majored in both econ and biology. So for me, I kind of wanted to take a little bit of break before I started dental school, and also do something to kind of better myself, learn a new skill. And so that's why I'm saying taking a gap year is not really a big deal unless you do something productive in that year. So for myself, I ended up working at a dental office. I worked at a perio office, and that was great. And I would never take that year back and do anything differently because of the things I learned in that year while I was working for that dental office. And basically the biggest takeaway was myself working front office. So I got to learn a lot about dental insurance, how to deal with dental insurance. That means calling the insurance companies and scheduling patients and the whole shebang that dental insurance dealt with. But also at the same time, I mentioned scheduling patients. So scheduling the patients, really diving in and kind of seeing how it is that you have to market a dental practice. That was one of the things that I was tasked with, but also bringing patients into the office, selling treatment plan, convincing patients that the treatment, the diagnose, and the treatment plan that my boss created for the patients was something that they actually needed. And so I got a lot of skill in dealing with that type of stuff, managing patients, and just really ensuring that the schedule was booked completely full, so my boss had something to do every single day. And I felt like that's something that's completely invaluable. That's something that you will never be taught in dental school, and it's something that's very tough to learn when you're outside of dental school because you're busy focusing on the dentistry itself. So I think that helped put me head and shoulders above all my peers, everyone that is essentially trying to do the same thing as me, which is become a dentist. Because one, I have the skill and understanding of what it takes to a certain extent, how to run a practice, how to schedule patients, how to deal with insurance, how to do collections, all that stuff that front desks have to deal with. I understand. I know I still have a lot more to learn, but I know at least I'm miles ahead of everyone else that's never done anything like that before. So that's why for myself, I'm going to say that taking a gap year is not a big deal as long as you learn a skill and you can talk about that skill during your interview. If all you say is, oh, I traveled the world, I kicked back, I basically relaxed, did nothing, then that doesn't really look good on your part. But if you can sit down at an interview and say, hey, look, I worked at a dental office. I learned something that most people aren't learning. I spent a lot of time reading books, or I really immersed myself in volunteering as a dental assistant, and I got to truly understand as much as I possibly can about what dentistry actually is. If there are things like that that you can say during a dental school interview, then nobody's going to knock you. Nobody that is interviewing you is going to say anything negative or think anything negative of that because, like I said, for myself, I volunteered and I worked in private practice. And for me, I remember specifically at my interviews, I mentioned how I got both sides of dentistry, the free care, the humanitarian approach to being able to help people who aren't able to afford dental care, but also at the same time the business side of dentistry and understanding that dentistry is a business, and to be practicing and doing the things you want to be doing in the dental field, you have to be able to make money at the end of the day. And so I was able to effectively demonstrate that in my interview, and at the end of the day, I got in, and I think that kind of helped me to a certain extent. So guys, I hope this video kind of helped you guys out in terms of deciding if taking a gap year is something that you want to do for yourself. I understand it's not for everyone because some people, they want to just start right off the bat. But biggest takeaway from this is to do something productive in that year and to be able to talk about how you learned something productive during your dental school interviews. So with that being said, if you guys have any questions, feel free to shoot them my way. Follow me on Instagram at pat.the.dentist, and subscribe to this page if you like the stuff that I've been putting out, and make sure to like this video as well. You guys have a great day.